Namaste. Welcome to this very special beach yoga practice. Come to hero's pose, kneeling, sitting back on your heels or on a block or perhaps a blanket under your seat. Sit tall and breathe mindfully. Taking the breath to the sound of the sea. Begin to move with the breath, reaching the arms overhead, looking up, bringing them together and down through heart center. Letting the spine flow with this breath and movement, like our body is the sea, fluid and free. Next, circling around, moving, flowing, switching directions, like the currents in the deep sea. Now taking to flowing side to side, dancing the arms, reaching, shifting, taking the knees a little wider. Continue to let some intuitive movement unfold, perhaps circling the arms, perhaps some more belly rolls. Always feel free to follow what calls to you in your practice. Let's turn to the left, a gentle twist, and to the right. Walking the hands forward a bit and extending the left leg to the side. We're going to rock forward and back, moving on the sole of the foot, lifting the heel, then lifting the toes, and opening the leg. We're going to move around our mat today. First towards that extended leg, squatting on the bent knee, then turning to the right and taking prone pigeon. Right leg is forward, left leg back. I'd like you to play here. Invite you to play here. Rocking the hips, walking the hands out, and then back up. Finding some fluid movement through the spine. Rounding up, lengthening and folding forward. Breathe and move. Sweeping that left leg out to the side and taking the right arm towards it for a bend. Then grounding the right hand, lifting up. Doing this movement 3 times. Lifting up on the bent leg. Side bending toward the extended leg. And coming to turn towards what would be now the back of your mat, extending the right leg back and then over into a 3-legged dog from table. Hug it in and open. Hug it in, even rounding the spine, and open. Hug it in, and then step it out to the side, rocking back, forward, and back, and forward. That opposite leg. Turning and bowing towards that extended right leg. Finding a little flow back and forth here for just a moment, then bowing. Don't worry about exacting the movements. We're flowing like the sea, and the sea is ever changing. So we're going to revisit our pigeon pose here. Right leg forward, left leg back. Bending the spine again, walking the hands out into a deeper forward fold. Again, ebbing and flowing, like that gentle tide behind us. And pressing up, swinging the left leg around for that side bend action again. Lifting up and side bending, lifting up, maybe circling that top arm. Beautiful. So a little different with the circling, extending. Table pose now facing, started as the front of your mat. Playing with that left leg in a flowing three-legged dog action. Modified three-legged dog from table pose. Landing back in hero, sweeping the arms up and to heart center. Again, breathing in, out, up with the hands, down on the out breath to the heart. One more. One breath. Moving back to the middle of your mat in hero's pose again. We'll play with that same sequence. Starting on the right side. So those 3 big breaths, moving the spine with the breath. Send the right leg out to the side. Flow back and forth. Turn towards the right leg for a little bow. And then sweep around to the left edge of your mat. Bring the left leg under for pigeon pose. Play with walking the hands out and up, lowering the spine. Enjoy the movement here. Explore, reaching out and sinking into a deeper pigeon for a few breaths. You can always flip over and do this pose on your back or leave it out. Sweep the right leg out to the side. Work with that side bend and lift action. Rather fold and sweeping up. And again, play, don't get too hung up on things. Through to that table extension, three-legged dog action. And step out with the left leg, folding over and away and lifting. Experiment, play. Things don't even need to be the same on both sides. Just step through to the right edge of your mat. Again, revisiting pigeon. Left leg is forward, right leg is back. Flow with the spine. And sit up really nice and tall. Little back bend there. From here we're going to move to child's pose. Taking a few breaths there. Perhaps even walking The hands side to side. And moving into a little stronger practice. Plant the hands, turn the toes under, and lift up to downward dog. Bring the right leg back to three-legged dog. Circling the hip a bit. And then starting to pull the knee forward, bending the left knee a little bit as you do that, kicking it back. So moving your dog. Play and flow. And we're going to step that right foot through. Do what you need to do to get it there. Sweep up to extended side angle. Right elbow on the right knee. Tall out of the shoulders. Lengthen the left side of the body. Then flowing back to reverse warrior with a straight front leg. Open the right side ribs. Flow through a lunge, hands inside of the right foot. Transitioning to a half squat. Now, if this pose doesn't work for you, do a forward fold, both legs straight, leaning the upper body towards the right leg. That's a modification. It works just fine. Or balance here. Bring the hands now to the center and coming through to a forward fold, flowing and playing love into your body. Notice that I'm challenging our perception here. Inhale, reach up and down. Big sun breaths, flowing and squatting. And then twisting and dipping through the shoulders, through the spine. You're not going to see yoga videos like this traditionally. I've come a long way to allow my body to be seen from all different angles in its quote-unquote imperfection. Goddess pose. And forward fold. Breathe with ease. We're allowed to be quote unquote imperfect. Go ahead and come up, make your way to a triangle on the right side. And in our yoga practice, we may not always equalize the poses on each side. We might change things up a little. We might leave a pose out on one side, and that's okay. Again, we're like the sea, ever changing. Coming up and turning to the left edge of your mat, step back to downward dog. And start to lift the left leg, open it for three-legged dog, and then flowing, playing, stepping the left foot through, turning and coming up to extended side angle. Breathe deep, ground down, reach for the sky. Breathing with the sea. Go back to reverse warrior. Keeping the front knee bent here for a bit and then straightening. Beautiful. Flowing through, bring the hands inside the left leg and turning for that half squat. Fingertips stay to the earth or rise up, hands to prayer and balance. This is how I can take the pose. You might be able to be on the sole of the left foot, deepening into the hip. Everybody's practice is different. Everybody's body is different, and that is beautiful. Reach to the right and then bring the fingertips back to the earth if they're not there already. Flow a little bit in that wide leg forward fold pose. Taking a moment here to twist the left hand to the earth, the right hand to the sky. Try to keep your hips level. Noticing here in my video, I could adjust that. It's challenging. Take the twist to the other side. Isn't it fun? Our body here makes a peace sign. If we put a circle around us, we'd have a peace sign. Bow and then start to walk the hands back. Feet turn out. Squat. Another version of goddess. Cross the arms to the earth in front of you. Hang for a moment, then rise up. Cross the arms overhead and pulse. The heartbeat in your chest with the heartbeat of the earth. The power of the sea. Goddess Lakshmi. Shakti, born of the seabed. Sound of Om is the ocean of life. Dance in her embrace. Be free. You. Coming up tall, big sun breath. And forward fold again. Hands to the earth. Walk the feet in. Downward dog. Facing forward off the front edge of your mat. Walk the feet in and then bring the hands back. Traditional forward fold. We're going to move into a balance. You want your inner big toes and ball joints together. Hug the legs together and drop the hips over the heels. Play with a toe balance here. Arms can stay extended for some leverage. Opening the heart to the sea of life. Allow for that little bit of swaying and movement like a boat floating on the sea. Open your heart to the sun. Hands to heart center. And turn to face the short edge of your mat. Take the knees wide, reach forward. It's a way to come out of the pose. You can certainly change it. Rock back right into boat pose. Doesn't matter if it's graceful. Just be safe. And a little play here. Extending the legs, leaning back, and then come to center, leaning back, center. Into the power of your core. Nice. Lay back as far as you can. Straighten out. And try a full boat for a breath before bringing the hands to the heart, feet together to the earth. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Starting to enjoy some finishing poses. Back to Mother Earth, to the ground. Foundation of the breath, always present. Always our primary focus. Sitting tall, hugging the right knee into the chest, the left leg extends. Seated sage pose. Hugging into a twist towards the right. Use the right fingertips on the earth to keep you pressed tall, broad across the collarbones. Look over the back shoulder. Bring in a little more breath. Let a little more out as you unwind. Up that bent leg and rocking it a bit. We're going to revisit some twisting here on this side. Place the right foot over the left leg. Find the sit bones. A little deeper into the ground. Then twist left for a breath. And then again, back to the right, deepening that seated spinal twist to this side. Loving into the breath, loving into your body, your mind, your heart, your soul. Take your time to come out, opening toward the long edge of your mat, left leg out, right leg in, forward fold. Rounding up and moving toward the opposite side. Right leg extends, left leg comes in, forward fold. And this practice is mirroring how the ocean works. Currents shift and change. Face the back edge or left edge of your mat. Having the left leg in, right leg extends. Twist left. The ocean is embodiment of the divine feminine. Motion, intuition, creativity, desire. Let's rock that left leg. Bring into that second chakra water realm in the pelvis, the hips. Crossing left leg over right, twisting right for a moment. For revisiting that twist left. You got this. Our yoga practice teaches us that we can weather any storm on the sea of life. We anchor into the breath. We go with the flow. We set our sails in the direction of our dharma, our purpose, our dreams, in love and service. Sending both legs seated forward, fold, Paschimottanasana. All rising up, bringing the knees to the chest. The hips to the center of your mat and walking the spine down, feet to the earth, setting up for bridge pose. Take a moment to flow the pelvis and build up into your bridge. Send the arms overhead, then back at your sides with the movement of the pelvis up and down. Finally landing for a full bridge pose, working the shoulder blades together, shoulders down. Hands to the earth or connecting under the seat. Press into the feet through the back of the heart, bringing it towards the chin. The beautiful chest expansion. Into the ocean of love all around you. Really. Knees to chest. Hug it out. And land wide feet, knees to the right. Gentle spinal twist. Shifting knees to the left, connection to life force, prana, with the practice of breath, present. Give yourself a moment to settle into corpse pose, savasana, and just be. I recommend you pause the video here. Do at least 5 full minutes of relaxation. In this pose, it wakes up the wall or bound angle. Know that the heart is vast, like the sea. Mind cannot perceive all the potential within us, all the possibilities the universe affords us. So we must surrender the mind, come into the body, the breath, the heart. Swim into the depths, feeling through our fear, going there anyway, even though we're scared. Trust you will be nourished, supported, and met with magic. Pause the video here for more relaxation, or start to gently move and roll onto your right side. Pausing for a breath or two there. Or mindfully bring ourselves back up into a seated posture. Hands at heart center. Heart full of gratitude and hope. Aho, namaste, amen. Peace. Om Shanti.